Mike Chang is back on YouTube. I have been training for this moment. And so I want to start by saying that Mike Chang did motivate many people to get active, using YouTube as a way to have these follow-along workouts. And so I do understand from one point of view how some people may have a soft spot for him, as he was the OG, the guy that got them off the sofa and got them active. And so I do understand that. However, you also need to understand that this guy made some ridiculous content when it came to exercises and supplements. And this towel has been by my side for the last 4 years, waiting for the moment that the Changster returns. I would like to thank the powers that be at YouTube for making this possible for me. And so this video is mostly me making silly jokes. However, I did just make a 15-minute video about energy systems in relation to boxing, so I think I deserve this one.
Increasing power. Power in your feet. See? Your feet. Power in your hands. Impact. You know? Impact.
And as a sequel to the pillow scream, I introduce the towel scream.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you what I do for my workouts now. As you know, I don't go to the gym anymore. I've been doing just body weight training, and particularly my training now involves 12 exercises.
And so I genuinely came at his new content with an open mind. And really there's nothing bad in the video that he made. It's just really, really weird.
Oh yeah. Watch out, world, I'm jumping.
And his explanations are so strange that not even V-Shred is going to copy him.
We can build a strong body. A body that has strong muscular endurance, cardiovascular. A body that can take impact. Impact in jumping, hitting the ground. Impact. You know? Impact. Now, we're not saying about going out there being a human punching bag. But what I am saying is our bodies need to be able to handle impact.
Well, thank God for that. In case you were about to put on your kick-ass costume and go outside to be a human punching bag, Mike is re-educating us. Do not do that. Instead, just punch yourself in the head at home. And so this is his workout that he's showing, but it very much is a follow along. And he does encourage people to try what he's doing. But he doesn't give any exercise execution cues at all. There are no modifications that he gives for some of the more advanced exercises, such as the handstand push-ups. And in that case, Mike, I can give you a tip. Move the furniture before you try them. And exercises such as dips and pull-ups, there's no cueing whatsoever. And again, in terms of risk reward and potential for injury, that just does not wash in modern day YouTube fitness. He has follow along home workouts using no to minimal equipment, which in themselves are fine.
And these 12 exercises, I picked them because they're the most basic exercises. They're the basic exercises that allow for all the foundation of the way we move. Pushing, pulling, running, kicking, jumping.
But he just uses buzzwords like cardiovascular and endurance.
4 sections of my training. This first one is getting loose, getting light. And the second part is the one you just saw here. Increasing the energy, increasing the strength, cardiovascular. Increasing power. Power in your feet. See? Your feet.
But doesn't give any sort of physiological explanation in any depth at all as to these exercises. And the problem with that, again, for someone who's completely new to exercising, a beginner, they may do stuff like this, and because it's a change to their normal sedentary life, they may achieve some sort of results if they're in a caloric deficit for fat loss. But over time, you need the knowledge, you need the understanding of physiology and the understanding of the science behind what you're doing to then progress over time. And so for someone like Mike who's making these videos, he needs to give deeper information accompanying his workouts, not just generic, vague buzzwords like cardiovascular. At least he doesn't use the word faster metabolism. But again, for people to progress, they need this information and this knowledge so that they can progressively overload their workouts. And so my first thought when I watched this video was, Is that the house that Six Pack Shortcuts bought him? And then when I watched his 5-minute workout in his home in Bali, my thought was, is this the other house that Six Pack Shortcuts bought him?
What's up, guys? Just got to my Bali home.
Hashtag lifestyle.
Just made it here a couple days ago. I'm gonna do a quick 5-minute workout before we go and hit the beach.
Hashtag lifestyle. Mike has to give you a bit of background, not exercise science or physiology that will help you long term to progressively overload.
I can't wait to become an influencer. I'm going to influence so many people.
And so, quick history lesson from people who may not know, Mike Chang created the YouTube channel Six Pack Shortcuts, incredibly successful. They had all the beginner hook and line type videos such as burning belly fat, stuff like this. There's no excuse to have this type of content. Some people may say that this is the beginner trap type marketing nonsense that we want driven out of the fitness industry. And this was kind of darker and more serious for me because the marketing tactics that he used to use in the Six Pack Shortcuts channel were against what I stand for in terms of transparency of fitness information. And so I take a far more serious view of some of the content that he used to put out. This does not help people long term to be successful. People can follow along to these high intensity short workouts and achieve some success short term, especially as beginners. However, long term, it is the knowledge, it is empowering people that is vital for them to be successful long term with their fitness journeys. And so I don't need to go into detail about his past content that's been done before, that's still there for people to see on YouTube. But I will just state that Thomas DeLauer has now taken over that channel. It's now known as Six Pack Abs. And consistent with what Mike Chang used to do, Thomas DeLauer is also peddling nonsense on the channel.
Warning, if you're about to eat bananas, you need to watch this quick 3-minute video.
But Mike Chang is back, Chang 2.0. He has his own channel and he's now uploading consistently. And my video revolves around his video, what he's been doing in the last 4 years. Essentially, he's taken 4 years off and in his words, he's been developing training styles and that's what he's going to bring to people. How he's now been training since he disappeared off the face of the earth, aka YouTube fitness. And he does come across as a very positive guy, a very happy guy in these videos. And of course, we all develop and grow. You know, people can grow and develop. I have my skeletons. I once invented and sold a fat burning cream. The business crashed. All right, don't rub my face in it. That was a solid 9.5 out of 10, that joke. And so after my fat burning cream failed, I actually opened an exercise studio. It mainly involved burpee workouts. It was an up and down business. That, my friends, is a 10 out of 10. And so I am offering the Changster an olive branch. I would like to work up a sweat with you in your living room. That did not come out right. I want to jump around with you in your living room, but only if House of Pain is on the airwaves. And so his mantra now is this flow state training. It's deeply philosophical. You could say spiritual. There's no exercise science in his explanations. And this thumbnail was from his 4-hour live workout that he just posted. I found it worthy to post to my Instagram page, hashtag junk alert. And something that Mike needs to realize now that YouTube fitness is a very different place. We have the rise of evidence-based science channels. And so when he is putting out this new information, it's a very different minefield of YouTube fitness. I would suggest that people cannot get away with some of the nonsense that they used to peddle to the masses in the current state of YouTube fitness. And so how has he been training over the last 4 years since people saw him regularly on YouTube? Oh, I know the answer to this one. Smacking himself with happiness and jumping around with glee in the house that Six Pack Shortcuts bought him. That is a t-shirt right there. Someone print that t-shirt. About 4 years ago, I decided to take a break from bodybuilding to learn how to get myself into this flow state. After 4 years of non-stop learning, experimenting and training others, I put together a method that helps a person become present by eliminating the stress and fear in their body. I posted my daily morning routine here if you would like to check it out. And so of course, decreasing stress is important. Of course, philosophy behind training is important too. Mental health is incredibly important with exercise. And so I absolutely agree with Mike in terms of this aspect. I want to be very clear. That's very serious, that this kind of philosophical aspect to what Mike is saying, it's so weird how he explains things. It's so bizarre how he explains the exercises. And in the context of what he's doing, he has to explain them in terms of the physiology, what's happening with your body when you're doing these exercises. It can't be all these kind of greater philosophical ideas. There has to be some clear exercise science substance for the person watching.
And I'm super excited to start bringing you some more workouts and some more of my training methods. that I've been developing over the last 4 years.
As always, I await with eager, open arms the future content that Mike Chang 2.0 will release. Please let me know what you think about the return of Mike Chang. I'm extremely interested to know what this community feels about him. I'm James Linker. This is the Shredded Sports Science. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you soon.
Kicks to do those movements. And same thing with kicking. If I was